Is a sergeant major more important than a lieutenant? And just how many generals are there? Let's break down every rank in the US Army, starting with privates. Privates don't wear any rank badges yet, because this period is all about training. After around 6 months, they move up to the next rank, Private Second Class. Now, Private Second Class is where things start to feel a bit tough. These soldiers have completed basic training and are ready to work within their assigned units. It usually takes about 6 months of service to reach this point, and from here, the next rank is Private First Class, usually after about a year. When you reach Private First Class, it means you've proven you can handle the Army lifestyle. You're still under supervision, but you're trusted to take on more responsibility and show some initiative. Most soldiers reach this rank after about 12 months, though some get there faster if they perform exceptionally well or have prior experience. After some time at this rank, soldiers move up to Specialist or Corporal, and that's where leadership starts to kick in. Let's talk about the Specialist first. This rank is interesting because it's more focused on skills than on leadership. Specialists are the Army's experts, people who are great at their specific job, whether that's mechanics, IT, or logistics. They usually reach this level after about 2 years of service, but some soldiers with college degrees or special training can become specialists even sooner. Even though specialists aren't officially non-commissioned officers, they often guide new soldiers and keep things running smoothly within their teams. Next rank, the Corporal, one of the oldest ranks in the US Army. Corporals share the same pay grade as Specialist E4, but their role is completely different. They're officially non-commissioned officers, the first step into leadership. Corporals are in charge of small groups of soldiers, responsible for training, discipline, and keeping everyone motivated and mission ready. To earn this rank, soldiers usually need around 26 months of service and at least 6 months in their previous rank. Now, the Sergeant. When a soldier earns the title of Sergeant, it's a big deal. This is where they shift from just following orders to actually giving them. Sergeants lead small teams, train their soldiers, and make sure everyone and everything is ready for action, from equipment checks to daily drills. It's not easy to get here. Promotion is competitive and depends on things like fitness, marksmanship, education, and leadership performance. Usually, soldiers need about 3 years of service and must complete leadership training before being considered. The next rank is the Staff Sergeant. Staff Sergeants lead bigger groups, manage more equipment, and help train both junior enlisted soldiers and new sergeants. Their job is about balance. They're still hands-on with the team, but also handle planning and coordination. To reach this level, soldiers usually need several years of experience, strong recommendations, and to complete advanced leadership courses. Now we come to the Sergeant First Class, one of the most respected roles in the Army. This rank usually comes after 15 or more years of service. These soldiers are making decisions that can affect entire missions and the well-being of their troops. A Sergeant First Class often serves as a platoon sergeant, working closely with officers to lead multiple squads. They oversee staff sergeants, handle logistics, and make sure the whole platoon works together like a well-oiled machine. Many people in the Army call the platoon sergeant the father of the platoon, the one who looks out for everyone and makes sure things run right. Now let's talk about the Master Sergeant, one of the highest enlisted ranks and a true expert in their field. At this stage, soldiers move into more strategic roles, serving as senior advisors and technical specialists. They might not lead squads directly anymore, but their knowledge and experience are vital for planning and success. Master Sergeants usually work at higher command levels, like battalions or brigades, ensuring that missions go smoothly behind the scenes. And finally, we have the First Sergeant, often known as the Top Kick. These are the leaders who keep the heartbeat of the company strong. They look after soldiers' welfare, handle discipline, and guide career growth. If something affects the team, from morale to mission readiness, the first sergeant is the one who steps in. It's one of the toughest and most respected jobs in the Army. Only a small percentage of soldiers ever reach this level, and those who do have proven themselves as strong, fair, and dedicated leaders. Next up is the Sergeant Major. This rank is about guiding and advising at high staff levels, usually above the battalion. They help officers make big decisions and keep operations running smoothly. Their influence is mostly focused on the units and soldiers directly under them, but their guidance is critical for the success of missions. The next rank is the Command Sergeant Major, basically the ultimate enlisted leader in a major Army unit, second only to the Sergeant Major of the Army. They're the standard bearers for discipline, training, appearance, and overall performance. Command Sergeant Majors advise commanders, enforce policies, and operate independently with a wealth of experience. They can be assigned anywhere in the Army, making them one of the most versatile and respected leaders around. At the very top is the Sergeant Major of the Army, the highest ranking enlisted soldier in the entire U.S. Army. This unique position acts as the chief advisor to the Army's top officers, representing the concerns and voices of enlisted soldiers at every level. They travel extensively, observe training, engage with troops, and help improve soldiers' quality of life. Their rank is special, even above a typical sergeant major, and they hold privileges similar to senior generals. This brings us to a unique group that combines this deep expertise with command: the Warrant Officers. Warrant Officer 1, WO1, the first rank into the Warrant Officers Corps. These soldiers are experts in their fields, like aviation, intelligence, or technology, and they hold authority similar to commissioned officers. Becoming a Warrant Officer 1 requires a formal application and approval from commanders and the Secretary of the Army. Next is Chief Warrant Officer 2, CW2. They're immediate level experts who mix technical mastery with tactical leadership. Chief Warrant Officer 2s lead teams, advise units, and act as a bridge between enlisted soldiers and commissioned officers, using their specialized skills to keep missions running smoothly. Then comes Chief Warrant Officer 3, CW3. At this stage, warrant officers operate at higher levels, from teams to brigades. They guide, supervise, and support their subordinates, ensuring that both technical and tactical operations succeed. Moving up, we have Chief Warrant Officer 4, CW4. These senior experts mentor junior warrant officers and advise commanders on all warrant officer matters. They often work at battalion, brigade, division, and corps levels, playing a key role in planning and executing missions strategically. Lastly, the Chief Warrant Officer 5, CW5, the rarest and highest warrant officer rank. These are true masters, combining unmatched technical skill, tactical knowledge, and leadership. CW5s advise senior Army leaders, improve operations, and integrate Army capabilities across the broader military. They are the ultimate experts in the Warrant Officer Corps and the go-to problem solvers for complex missions. This brings us to the final command tier, the Commissioned Officers, the very first rank of which is Second Lieutenant. A second lieutenant usually commands a platoon of 15 to 50 soldiers or works as a staff officer, learning the ropes of leadership and planning. Their main job is to plan, supervise, and lead while working closely with senior non-commissioned officers like the platoon sergeant and squad leaders. Most second lieutenants spend 12 to 24 months in this role before moving up. Commanding a platoon is the key experience they need for promotion. It's their first real taste of leadership in action. Next rank is the First Lieutenant. These officers continue to sharpen their leadership and tactical skills. Like second lieutenants, they may lead a platoon or work on staff assignments, but platoon leadership remains the most important step for future promotions. First lieutenants build on their experience, preparing to take charge of larger units and more complex responsibilities down the line. After that, first lieutenant reaches the rank of captain, the leader of a company, which is about 150 soldiers. Captains are in charge of both strategy and execution, making sure their unit is ready for any mission. They work closely with the first sergeant to maintain standards, train soldiers, and ensure everything needed for operations is in place. Beyond leading a company, captains may serve as staff officers at higher levels, helping with planning, logistics, and unit operations, while also attending professional development courses to prepare for even bigger leadership roles. Moving up, the major. Majors usually serve as staff officers from battalions of 800 soldiers to brigades of around 5,000 soldiers, coordinating military operations and supporting mission success. They often hold positions like Operations Officer S3 or Executive Officer XO, using their experience from previous leadership roles to bridge the needs of smaller units with higher command objectives. Many majors also pursue advanced education or professional development to prepare for the next step in their career. The next rank is the Lieutenant Colonel, one of the most influential leaders in the Army. Lieutenant colonels typically command the battalion, which can include hundreds or even over 1,000 soldiers. They're responsible for everything their battalion does, from daily operations to mission success. While company-grade officers lead directly, lieutenant colonels oversee and coordinate all subordinate units, ensuring everyone works together smoothly. They're supported by a command sergeant major, who advises them on leadership and discipline. Colonel, a prestigious rank that comes after years of experience. Colonels usually lead a brigade-sized unit, which is around 5,000 soldiers, or run specialized commands like medical or legal units. They're the top field-grade officers, trusted to plan, strategize, and oversee large operations. Basically, colonels are the leaders who make sure complex missions succeed while maintaining thousands of people and resources. Next is the Brigadier General, the first step into the general officer ranks. This is where leadership shifts from tactical to strategic. Brigadier generals often serve as deputy commanders for brigade or division-sized units. Reaching this rank is incredibly selective. It's reserved for officers with exceptional skill, leadership, and proven results. After that comes the Major General, who commands division-sized units, about 14,000 soldiers. Major generals are responsible for operations, logistics, and everything that affects their division. By the time someone reaches this rank, they've already proven themselves as brigadier generals. It's both a tremendous honor and a huge responsibility, requiring top-notch strategic vision and operational expertise. Next, we have the Lieutenant General, a rank held by officers leading critical Army commands. They often command combatant commands or serve in major staff roles, including positions like Superintendent of West Point. Lieutenant generals are appointed to roles that require this rank, and they usually hold it only while in that position. Many end their careers here, making it one of the most respected and challenging assignments in the Army. Then comes the General, the highest ranking officer in active service. Generals are often called 4-star generals because of the 4 stars on their uniform. They lead major organizations, such as Forces Command, or serve as Chief of Staff of the Army and on the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Generals are appointed by the President and oversee strategy and operations at the highest levels, basically running the Army at its topmost tier. Lastly, the General of the Army, the ultimate 5-star rank. This is extremely rare and only awarded in wartime, the American equivalent of a field marshal. Generals of the Army have unmatched authority overseeing Army-wide strategy and deployment during national crises. The rank was first introduced in 1866 and held by legends like Ulysses S. Grant, William T. Sherman, and Philip Sheridan, and revived during World War II for leaders like George C. Marshall, Douglas MacArthur, Dwight D. Eisenhower, and Henry H. Arnold. It's the pinnacle of Army leadership, a symbol of absolute trust and responsibility.